Hi. Hello everyone and welcome back to Shy Forest Productions YouTube channel. My name is Chris Van Ingen and today is another episode of More Than Politics. Now, in today's episode of More Than Politics, I want to talk about the things that I think should be above politics. And one of those things is healthcare. I know for a fact if I lived in America, I would die. For example, my mum was admitted to hospital 2 weeks before I was born, and because my parents are working class and one income, if we lived in America, there is no way that my parents would have been able to afford for my mum to be in hospital that 2 weeks early, and I probably would have died. And second of all, because of my cerebral palsy, in my lifetime I've had 19 surgeries, and 16 of those surgeries happened in the first 12 years of my life. So, again, as a single income working class family, there is no way in an American style health system my family would have been able to afford even one of my surgeries, let alone all 16. So it is very important to consider when you're voting who puts healthcare first, who puts things like hospitals first, who puts things like mental health care first, because I too have experienced psychology needs which I wouldn't be able to afford if we lived in an American style system. And we are lucky in Australia that we have Medicare. So lucky that 2 presidents in America tried to bring in a Medicare style system. Bill Clinton and Barack Obama both tried, and both times they were stopped because conservative governments all around the world hate spending money on healthcare. So when you vote this time, please think about, do you want to use your Medicare card or your credit card next time you go to the doctor? Thank you for listening to this week's episode of More Than Politics. Please like, share and subscribe with someone you know before we vote. Thank you.